afternoon, you guys. It's me, Cali. Who else would it be, right? How are you guys today? It is a beautiful spring-like morning here, although it's actually 30 degrees. There's a thermometer function on my screensaver, so... But I can feel it. You know, I'm itchy. I'm getting spring fever, which is good. But you guys, I've been busy since Wednesday. And I'm at the final end. For those of you who follow me, you know what I'm about to talk about right now. I apologize if you're sick of hearing it. Of the KonMari method. I finished my witchy items, and then I also did, yesterday I posted my fabric and sewing and knitting and crocheting and all that stuff. So, whew. I finished that up, went to the auction last night, which I have something to show you. And I've pulled out my bin of items that I think I may alter one day. We'll see when I go through them. In anticipation of doing my art supplies. Now, I think that I'm going to start that today. I don't know how far I'm going to get. I think that Nick may be going home today, so I might be going over to the cave later on tonight, which is great. But will make it longer for me to film the video. So that's what I'm going to tackle next, you guys. Art supplies. All things art in my life. And after that, it's, you know, just gardening stuff and mementos, which will include sentimental items from my children and pictures. I already went in the beginning when I did papers and documents. I went through, probably wasn't supposed to do it at that time, but I did go through a whole bin of things that were very sentimental to me and let go of like old love letters and things like that. So I did already address a lot of that, but I do still have a little. And each time I say I only have a little bit of a category, I wind up, you know, my fabric. I thought, oh, this will be, you know, a piece of cake. A day and a half took me. So, but I've had a few questions from people on different aspects of the whole KonMari process. And I'm definitely going to be doing a wrap-up video. Just talking about, yet again, talking about everything throughout the whole process and how it is so not just about letting go of these items or the items that you keep, but it has been so emotionally cathartic for me in so many ways, and all in good ways. So if you guys want, leave me more questions either here or on Facebook. I won't be doing that video obviously until I'm done with the whole process. So I wanted to be done by this week, but I'm gonna stop putting a deadline on it. There's no need for me. I'll be done when I'm done. I'm gonna continue. I'm not gonna, you know, let any time go by. But within the next few weeks, I will be completely done. And I want you to leave me some questions so I can answer them for you in anticipation of that wrap-up video. So thank you for all your love and support, and I've been hearing that I've been inspiring a lot of people to do their own purges, and I've seen the results of some of those purges as well. So it is wonderfully, I was going to say healing. I guess maybe it is healing. I don't know. There's something very, it's so zen-like. It really is, to kind of, I don't know, it just creates this calm atmosphere of orderliness. And I know that sounds very anal, and I'm sure it's very Virgo-like and maybe a little bit OCD tendency. But I've always been that way. What am I trying to say? I don't know. I like it. I really have liked it. So leave me some questions. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Leave me some questions if you feel like it. Don't if you don't. That's fine too. And yeah, so after I film today, I'm going to keep on keeping on. I'm going to dive right in there, because that's the only way to do it, right? You just got to dive in. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, right? cliches exist for a reason, because they're usually true. So, looking down. Yeah, so I did the fabric thing. I did the witchy thing, which also, you know, when you awaken... see, I say I'm done talking about it. I'm not done talking about it. Touching all of your items, you awaken them. And I think I will do another video one of these days, maybe like a What's Up Wednesday video. I will talk about my spiritual path. And where I'm at now, how I got here now. You know, that's all I can talk about. I can't talk about the future yet. Although a crystal ball was at the auction last night, and so that came up in conversation. And you guys have seen Esmeralda, so I'm kind of all over the place this morning. I'm still working on my coffee, looking at my birdies. I think I've told you guys about this female cardinal who comes and beats her head against the window until her husband comes and carries her away. Well, it's a daily thing. She comes every day. I don't think it's about food. I honestly don't. I think it's about her reflection. But you would think that she would have a headache by now, but she keeps at it. And I try to Tom told me I should put up a picture of a cat, which is a good idea. But yeah, she definitely sees her reflection. And I can't close off that window because all my plants are there. So she's always flitting about. But there's new birdies on the porch, and I can't wait to see all the new babies and stuff. I have rhododendron bushes that surround my deck, and I will take you outside on the deck this spring with me, probably when I do the garden purge, right? A couple of weeks. And when the rhododendrons bloom, it's paradise out there. There's huge pink fragrant blossoms, and I feel like I'm, you know, in Hawaii with Claudia. So hi, Claudia. Anyway, so yeah, I have plans for some videos coming up. And believe it or not, you guys, I have some plans for art. I just haven't felt settled enough, although I do have a few things with the deadline coming up. But I wanted to get through this KonMari process so I could really just not cross it off the list, but, you know, move on with it. And I didn't want to get too many projects going at once and have everything all over the house. So making good progress there. But speaking of art projects coming up, definitely Gypsy and the Witch. We have announced our March theme, and that will be released on the 15th. My Gypsy sister, Miss Rita Marie, and I do our thing, as well as our other brothers and sisters in our Facebook group. Links below. I encourage you guys to join along. So I will have to get that out, the journal page for the 15th, as well as I have decided to join along with the Creative Arts collaboration with their hashtag event for March, of which I will not speak of the theme yet, but that will be, I'm really excited for that, as well as my Mission Inspiration page with Mike Deacon, which is fun. And there's no deadline for that. I mean, it's the month of March, so there's kind of not really any pressure other than the pressure I put upon myself. And as you guys who know me know that I will wait till the last minute and be like, oh my God, I have to get this stuff done, and just blow it out. So, yeah, that'll be right around the corner because today's what, 6th? So, yeah, I have 9 days. See, I'm like, I have 9 days, all the time in the world, right? So that's all good, though. Good things, you know, good things all around. I'm feeling great. For those of you who know, you know, I'm still as vegan as I can be, notwithstanding Sylvia's omelet, and feeling 100%, you know, I got some, that's what I want to show you guys. I got some new granola. As much as I bash Walmart, it's really my best shopping option right now, although sometimes I'll hit up ShopRite with good sales and good coupons, but Walmart is expanding their, you know, organic selections and vegan selections, etc., etc., and I got this Bare Naked Crispy Baked Granola, vanilla almond, which is just whole grain oats, almonds, and natural vanilla. And it's non-GMO. It's freaking amazing, you guys. So, 21 whole grains, flax. It's just really, really good. So this with some of my vanilla almond milk, and I have a new breakfast treat. So, although you could eat this at any time, but 2 thumbs up to the Bare Naked granola, and I haven't tried any other flavors, but I'm willing to, and I added some raisins to this, so I'll see what other flavors they have, and I'll check them out. And I also got, that I wanted to show you guys, a new, I told you, each year, which I happen to have right here, each year I get a Llewellyn date book, and I have these dating back to 1997. I began formally my study in like 1989, although I say I'm born a witch. But anyway, that's for another video, right? But I always get one of these, and I use these as my daily planner, but also as like a journal. But it's just a quick jot journal, and I write things down, and I usually wind up drawing in these as well, and they're just a record of my daily life. And I'm not a big, I know there's a whole planner community on YouTube, and it's not my thing. I'm not a scrapbooker. I'm not a, I'd rather be doing the act than, like, I don't know. It seems to me like a lot of work. I don't know. It's not my thing. I'm glad if it's somebody's thing and it makes you happy, but I just jot things down and get on with it. But I always use these, and it's a big, long, rambling point to get to the fact that in addition to the date book, I like to also get the companion almanac. And this is more detailed lore. You know, this has also, you know, lots of witchy wisdom inside. But this has more detailed, it says, Llewellyn's Magical Almanac has been inspiring all levels of magical practitioners for over 20 years. Filled with practical spells, rituals, and fresh ideas, you'll find new ways to deepen your craft and improve your everyday life. So it's wonderful. And it also contains a calendar. And again, I have these, and I keep them, you know, at the end of the year, I have them together on my bookcase. For those of you who've seen my witchy bookcase, or my recent book purge even, you've seen these. So these have become my diaries of sort over the years. And so I just recently got this, even though it's March already. I realized, oh wait, I didn't order my almanac yet. And they're like maybe, I think I paid maybe $8 for this, or $9 on Amazon. Not too bad. Definitely worth it. Highly recommend it. What else did I do this week? Got the, ordered the heart tickets for July 30th. My Sister of the Moon, my very first Sister of the Moon, as well as my newer Sister of the Moon, although I've known and loved her for 15 years now, Donathan. But I'm going with Holly, and Donathan's going to be on the field, and I think Sherry, my new friend at the auction, and any sister who or brother who I've ever loved, come out to the field in Bethel on the original Woodstock site on July 30th to see Hart, Cheap Trick, and Joan Jett. And it's going to be a reunion and a blast, and I look forward to it. So I did finally get off my butt and order those tickets. So they're in the mail. They're coming. I'll show you when I get them. And then as I was on the Bethel Woods Center for the Arts, which is what they call the original Woodstock site now, a gentleman named Alan Geary bought it and renamed it Bethel Woods Center for Performing Arts. And I also saw on their website that the following week, the Jerry Garcia Band, hello, with Warren Haynes, hello, letting my soul shine all over the place, is playing the next week. So I have to go to that, you guys. I have to go to that too. My deadhead hippie soul would not be okay with not attending that. And I know that a lot of other of my brothers and sisters, although maybe some of the same ones as well, will be at that show. So I think 2 weeks in a row, I'm going to hit up the field, which is fine because honestly, last year I didn't go to one concert, which is so probably the first time in over a long time, 30 years, 40 years. I mean, I've gone to so many concerts, not trying to brag. It's just like a part of my daily life, you know, and so the fact that I didn't go was more unusual than the fact that I go. So I'm going, and I'm excited, and Holly's excited, and we're going to have a blast. So I just wanted to fill you in on that. And also, excuse me, You guys, I've been doing this all week, and it must be the pollen in the air or else the dust I'm kicking up from all this KonMari cleaning I'm doing. And also, when I get done with all these purges, I'm going to do a tip top to bottom hardcore scrubbing, windows, walls, blinds, everything, spring cleaning, hardcore, and just start fresh with a fresh slate for Ostara and new beginnings. And so looking forward to that. Planting the seeds and intentions for a bountiful, blessed year, and want to spill that and spread that all over you guys, you know. So I'm really, really excited, and I feel really good. Things are good. I'm blessed, and again, I know how things can change in a sudden instant. So I'm enjoying this moment because this is the moment that I have, and I encourage you to enjoy this moment too, because the next moment is not guaranteed by any means, and you can't dwell on the past, right? There's all these, again, cliches. I'm waxing philosophical this morning, you guys, but okay, what else? Tom and I found a new restaurant in, oh yeah, my car. Hello. We dropped my car off, and then we had it like a date day, which was really cool because I told you Nick was up this past week, but he attends college now. So he was at college the day that we dropped my car off. So Tom and I kind of had a date day in the middle of the week, which was a little unexpected and really fun. I felt like we were just newly getting together again like little kids, but we dropped my car off, and after that we, on the way home, passed by a restaurant that I had never been to before. It was like a hibachi grill, which normally, 100%, usually 100% those places are like meat focused and everything, but there were like 90% vegetarian, vegan options there. So I had many, many plates of rice and veggies and tofu and just amazing goodness. So that was unexpected and wonderful. And then we hung out later on. We watched some movies together and had, just hung out. And then he dropped me off, at the door, and then went home to meet Nick. And it was just great. It was a, fun date night. So I love him so much. So blessed. Anyway, what else? Oh, so the car. So they're doing all this. The dealership is doing this free of charge. Hello, because it's a safety recall. They have to. So I get the phone call. My car's a 2006, right? So 9 years, and I found out that I have 94,000 miles on the car. Which, if you think about that, you guys, in 10 years, that's incredible, right? So my baby, I love my car. Again, I'm knocking wood, not to jinx anything here. So they call me up and they're like, we needed to order a new part because one of my calipers, my brake calipers was rusted, and they broke it getting it off, and no charge to you, of course, Ms. Black. I'm like, yeah, thank you. So anyway, it took a little longer, and which is fine because you guys who know me know I don't leave my nest, and I have Tom on standby. He's like hyper vigilant, like, you got everything? You sure? I'm here if you need me. I'm like, no, baby, I'm fine. I'm purging. I'm doing art. I'm good, So, but anyway, that was good. So I'm going to pick up the car we're going to do the reverse trip on Monday, and he's going to take me to my car, and maybe we'll go out to lunch again. I don't know, but I'll get my car back with a new anti-lock brake system. Hello, what's better than that, right? Great. Amazing. Blessed. So I'm happy that nothing ever happened for the reason that they had to do the recall, but I'm blessed that I was able to benefit from that. So that's the update on the car. The ribs, man, you guys, I mean, obviously I haven't really been taking it easy, but I haven't really been doing, I know how to lift properly, the one-legged lift and stuff like that. I have not been going crazy, I promise. But it's slow healing. And for those people who I've talked to who have broken their ribs that they know for sure, who've gotten x-rays, have told me that it takes, like 6 weeks or so. So I am, Sylvia, God bless her, broke both of her wrists at the same time. This woman was a freaking dynamo, amazing. Nothing kept her down. And she told me about it. My friend Chris told me that she got kicked by a horse and broke her ribs. So it takes a while. So I'm healing. What are you going to do? It hurts a little bit, but something always hurts a little bit, right? You guys know how that is. What are you going to do about it? The beat goes on, right? The beat goes on. Speaking of that, people have been asking about music and my guitar. You see it hanging there. I have not been playing it because I'm going to give you an excuse, but a valid one. I need to take it down from there, have Tom carry it over back to the cave, and adjust the neck again. Remember when I was tuning it and it was like, twang. I need the neck adjusted. I've tried to play it, and that E string, unless I don't play that top bottom E string at all, but what's the use of that? So, but I always sing. I'm always singing, you guys. So, anyway, I will continue to do that. There's always music in my life, music in my heart. It will come around. It always does. So, I'm feeling really good. And what else? This week coming up, there's a new moon and a solar eclipse on Tuesday, both at the same time. And that day I am going to have lunch with my dear friend Ellen. You've heard me talk about Ellen and her husband Antoine. I love them dearly. So that's an amazing day to go over and see her, Earth Mother, Goddess. I love her. And as she reminded me, I have not seen her since December. So I'm sorry, Ellen. Sometimes I'm a bad friend like that, you guys. It's not that I don't love my friends. It's just that sometimes time goes by and I don't. So anyway, I'm going to have lunch over there. And it's a great day and a powerful day. And like I said, I'm planting the seeds for what I hope to bring forth and will be bringing forth in my life. And it's all good. And I'm going to be mailing out some happy mail and some postcards that I finished up this week. Bless you, my loves. I love you all. Victor, I will have something for you as well, my brother. Maybe a little bit longer. You guys know how that goes, right? I've been good about keeping up with my comments. I still have some to get to, but I've been better about that. Just making time for that. And because you guys make time for me, and I can't even begin to tell you. If I do begin to tell you, I will start to cry, and we're not going to do that, but I love you guys so much, and I hope I convey that to you, and I hope you feel that from me, because I feel it from you, for sure. For sure, for sure. All right, what else this week? I talked about Gypsy and the Witch, mission inspiration, creative arts collaboration, mailing out my postcards and happy mail, lunch with Ellen. Oh, I know. It was so funny. I love the synchronicity of the universe sometimes. I know myself, I've posted videos like with the CD mandalas, or I can't even think of something else, but there's been occasions when I've been doing something and I see someone else simultaneously, like someone will post a video and I'm like, wait, I was just doing that too. Like, we're all on the same wavelength, you know? So I have been eyeing my dining room chairs, and for those of you, I don't think I can show you right now, but I just have plain wooden, they're like ice cream parlor chairs. And they're, I love natural wood. I love it. You guys know me. I love earth tones and things like that, but I've been eyeing those chairs. And I have a table that I've altered in the past. I didn't do a video on it, but speaking of Ellen, I had gotten a table from Ellen that she got at a garage sale. Hi, Secret. I swear I don't plan that, you guys. Okay, so in honor of that, cheers. Painting funky furniture. I love it. And I know a lot of you guys love it too. And I think I saw my gypsy sister Rita Marie has done. Sister, didn't you do a dresser or a wardrobe? Didn't I see something you painted like that? There's a million things on Pinterest. Just funky, cool furniture. So I've been eyeing those chairs. Speaking of a to-do list, when you see the box of things I want to alter, those chairs have been on the list too lately. And I'm like, not to get too crazy with them, but definitely something cool, right? So I've been thinking about that the last couple of weeks. And don't you know, Mark Montano, who represents Deco Arts and Americana and a few other companies, but he's just a really cool guy. And if you've been living under a rock, you know, everybody's heard of him. He has Make Your Mark, I think, and he's amazing. Has a channel here on YouTube, and he just posted a video this week of a table that he funked up, and he used a technique where he painted the table, and then on the top of the table he used cloth with decoupage, Americana decoupage. And I was like, that would work so great for because I don't want to put cushions on the chair. I wanted to leave it, and you know, if you just paint it from normal wear and tear, even if you seal it, it's going to get ruined. And not that I'm like, oh, don't touch that kind of a girl. I'd like it to last. So cloth would be the perfect thing. And for those of you who saw my Kamari purge, you know I have no shortage of fabric. So I'm going to combine painting with acrylic paint and cloth on those chairs. And I may, in fact, do a video. And I'll give Mark a shout out just because he got there first with the idea of the cloth, and I think that's great. But I sent him a message. I was like, I was just thinking of this, and thank you for that. So I love that YouTube community, how we inspire each other, and you know, I love that I can inspire other people, and it's so cool. So I love you guys. Have I said that enough times today? So the auction last night, that's what I want to talk about right now. As usual, we had a blast at the auction. It's the highlight of my week. I was a good girl. I've reconciled. I know I overanalyze things, you guys. That's part of being a Virgo, is that I'm hypercritical, starting with myself, and that I can overanalyze the crap out of something. You may not know I'm doing that, but in my head, I am constantly analyzing situations, everything, okay? I'm never not thinking about something. So I know that I was spending way too much time giving myself a hard time about, oh my God, I just did all this purging, and what am I going to do with the auction? And, you know, I want to buy things, blah, blah, blah. I know I overthink it. It's just my nature. So I have reconciled it. I'm a big girl. I don't have to buy these things. I can, you know, and I practiced that last night. And for whatever reason, I'm having this lesson in my life right now, or I'm choosing to have this lesson in my life right now. Restraint, self-discipline, etc. Because again, I don't want to not go to the auction. I love my auction family. You know, here we go. I love Patty and Jonathan and Kat and Ross and Eagle and Mary and Diana and Milana and Caitlin and, you know, Sherry and Mike and my whole auction family. I just, you know, Larry and David, who special hugs and love to David this week. I'm sending you a lot of healing, loving energy right now, my brother, and I love you. Yeah, you know, people become your family, whether it's work or your church or 4-H or whatever group. You know, if you do that, if you get out of if you even leave your home. I know some people don't. They find their group online. However you find your community is enriching, and we need that. Our society is so isolative these days, and you guys know I'm the biggest hermit in the. I used to joke that, you know, when I'm a little old lady, I'll have my witch's cottage in the woods with my cat. You know, and who knows? But that's not where I'm at right now. I have my witch's cottage in the woods with my loved ones, my family, and no cat right now. Although, you know, I've had 15 in the past. Where am I going? The society, the need for community. You know, we live now in these, it's not natural. I don't think it's natural, you guys. In the last 100 years, this is just my soapbox. I don't know why I got on it, but I'm going there for a minute. You know, all this technology, although has its place, and I love it and use it, and but we are so, even though we're so connected, we're so disconnected. We are so disconnected from our Earth Mother, right? From what matters, from the wind and the water and the sunshine and the moon and the earth and the rain and the, all of that. We live in a box. We work in a box. We drive in a box. We stare at boxes. We live apart from our families. Any society, natural society, of which I don't know where you find that anymore, in the jungle maybe. You know, you live with mom and dad and grandma and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters and, this huge extended family. Um, I don't see that. I don't see that anymore. And I see an anxious, sad, lonely, overweight, depressed, sick society, hurt, and it just, I think the answers are so simple, and it makes me sad that we're so lost. Where did I go? Why did I go there? I don't know. I want to share with you guys how I feel, right? That's why I'm here. So I connect. I make it a point to connect because it's important and it's enriching, and selfishly it's for me, right? And hopefully by doing that connection, whether it's here with you guys, which is huge in my life right now, or physically in person, of which I apologize to my friends that I've been neglecting. I need to make more time for that. It's hard. You guys know it's hard to balance. It's hard to juggle family, friends, work, life, spirituality, fun, art, music, you know, and do it with joy and do it with love and, you know, but it's worth it, right? It's worth it every day. Every day I feel more joyous. Every day I'm so happy. I want to live my next, may it be so, I'm 51 years old. I'll be 52 this year, right? I want to live the next 52 years of my life or longer, you know, constantly learning and growing and sharing and loving, right? And I wish the same for all of you guys. But yeah, go outside, you know, hug somebody, listen to some music, eat some good food, look at the stars, blow some bubbles, fly a kite, go for a walk in the rain, do some art. Yeah. Stir it up, little darling. Yeah, life is good. It's that simple, you guys, I think. I try to live that, right? I started talking about the auction. Yeah, so microcosm, macrocosm, right? Everything is interconnected. And I love my life right now, and I know how blessed I am. And I don't mean to sound conceited or like I'm bragging. You know, man, I've been there. You know, you got to pay your dues if you want to sing the blues, and you know it don't come easy. And I'm not singing the blues, but I've had my share of trials and tribulations. Trust me. It's now at this point in my life that I am here, right? Obviously, at this point in our lives, we're all here. So thank you for being here with me. And now I'm going to show you what I got at the auction last night. And you know, I got injured at the auction last night, you guys. I got a boo-boo. I got a boo-boo. And thank you, Sherry, for your Band-Aids. And thank you, Kat, for your attention. Oh, Sherry had Band-Aids and antibiotics. This RN had nothing. I had not one first aid item on me. My friend Sherry had Band-Aids and antibiotic ointment. Kat took care of me. Tom came running over to take care of me. There was a gentleman who I see all the time, and I apologize, I don't know your name, sir, but he was an EMT. He came to take care of me. Let me tell you something, you guys. Okay, I'm like, let me look around and see what's at the auction. So do. I'm walking around, and what do I see but a mandolin, a slicer, you know? I have two of them, right? And I said, do. Oh, look, with my thumb. Oh, look, that's sharp. And put my thumb directly into the blades of the mandolin like a moron. And literally, you guys, I thought that I was just touching it and I did just touch it, but that's how sharp it was. It sliced through my thumb like butter. And Kat was right next to me, and she's like, "What did you do?" And she's like, "Don't tell me you cut yourself." And I'm like, uh. And you know when you cut yourself really deep, it takes a minute to start bleeding? Yeah, well, that's what happened. And add to that the fact that this girl is on Coumadin, right? A blood thinner. So when I bleed, you guys, I bleed. So I don't panic. I'm wonderful in a crisis. I was like, she goes, "Oh, let me go, get you a napkin." And I'm like, "Okay." So I'm standing, I'm on my crutches, and I'm standing holding my thumb, and nobody really, I'm not going to be like, "Oh my God, I cut my thumb." So I'm just kind of standing there, and as I'm standing there, slowly the blood starts running down my hand, right? And it's just now, it's coming. It's not gushing or pumping or anything, but it's coming. So I have my thumb up like this, and now people are starting to notice, and they're like, oh, and now here comes, because I'm like, Cat, because she didn't realize at all. And she was like, "Oh my God," and comes running. So I was well attended to, but this did not, I had this wrapped in napkins, and it bled pretty much all night long, you guys. It takes a long time for my blood to clot now, because I have such hypercoagulable blood, and I'm on such a high dose of Coumadin. But that's why. So it looked very dramatic. But thank you to everyone who attended to me. But it just sucks because I got stuff to do. And, your thumb, hello. So now it's sore, and I'm going to have to put another band. I'm going to have to deal with it. If I cut a lemon, it's going to hurt. Just annoyance. It's just one of those things that happens in life that tells you to slow down. Don't put your fingers into blades, right? Watch out for the thorns in life. So for whatever reason, I made myself learn that lesson last night. But other than the blood at the auction, Tom and Nick got, and there wasn't a lot. They had boxes and boxes of, it's a good thing my grandson wasn't there, but he has so many toys. They have a mountain of toys that I couldn't even justify spending the money to give them more stuff. But if he were with me, I would have gotten him some. But they had like a box of maybe, in each box there was like maybe 10 to 15 of like monster cars, Hot Wheels, all these die cut, really cool, mash them up cars. And, for people who are into that kind of stuff, the boxes were going for like 15, $20. I mean, a steal. Those cars are, I don't know what they're worth each, but so a lot of those, but I had no interest in that stuff. And then just basically they were clearing out stuff because, each week they're like, next week there'll be blah, blah, blah. And I always have fun. I don't care what's there. There's always something interesting to look at. They had a big, huge, the model railroads, right? Big layout that was on board that you just know was down in somebody's basement, that gave somebody a lot of joy in their life. That's why there's a lot of, to me, there's sadness at the auction because it does represent, I've talked about this before, people who, for whatever reason, when you get rid of when items are gotten rid of en masse like that, it's usually for two reasons. It's like death or a traumatic event. They need money, or there's a divorce or something, right? So it represents someone's life. So when I see these huge collections of Matchbox cars, baseball cards, railroad trains, China, all this stuff that people spend, Hummel figurines, things like that. money, money, money on. And there they are at the auction going for dollar bill, you know. If these people could see this, their hearts would just break, and you know. And I think that, and not to talk about Kamari again, but part of my motivation for this whole process too has been the realization of what stuff is and what you leave behind and what you carry with you and baggage and blah blah. I'll save that for the video. At the auction last night. So that's what was there. Not a lot. And Tom and Nick got I barely even paid attention. I wasn't even aware that they were bidding on it. That's how little interest I had in it. But it was a air conditioner unit, like a freestanding air conditioner unit that apparently went for something like $500, excuse me, new, and it looked new, and they got it for, I don't know, $25 or something like that, a steal. So they got that, and then and this is so funny how the universe works, you guys, and this is what, I just love life, okay? This week, while I was purging, and excuse me, because I'm pollen dusty throat, to just call me Dusty Throat. If you've made it this far in the video, write Dusty Throat in the comments if you feel like it. What was I saying? Oh my gosh, auction last night. Tom, la 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 la, air conditioner. Oh, the universe works. This week I've been purging, right? And my whole life, I have had the worst experience with vacuums. It sucks, okay? Pun intended. The only really good vacuums I've ever had in my life, and I hate to be like traditional, but honestly, when I was a new bride, my husband bought a Kirby vacuum, okay, for like, I don't know, $1,500 or something, which I think he still has. That was a great vacuum, is a great vacuum. And I also, at one point in my life, owned an Electrolux. That, I don't know whatever happened to that, but that was also a great vacuum. I don't own that anymore. Every other vacuum that I've ever owned, ever, all different kinds, have sucked. Literally. And because I don't have $1,500 to go spend on a Kirby, and don't come knocking on my door if you're a Kirby salesman, because I don't want to do payment plan either. So unless I see one of those at the auction, I've been getting, you know, generic $50, $60 vacuums, whatever, you know. And so this week, doing all this cleaning and everything, my vacuum died. And literally, I'm not exaggerating, 2 days ago, I was vacuuming the rug, and it started like spitting out stuff instead of sucking stuff. And there was a little indicator light on the top of my vacuum that if it's green, you have good suction, and if it's red, you don't. It was in the red. And so I pulled all the tubes apart, and I looked everywhere, and I was able to locate a ginormous mass that I would have to like take the vacuum apart to get, and I will still do that. It's like a hairball from hell, okay? I will still do that, but I mentioned to Tom that I needed a new Phillips head screwdriver, because in the KonMari purge I realized I didn't have a basic Phillips head. So he brought me a Phillips head yesterday, and then last night I'm at the auction and I spy out of the corner of my eye a vacuum cleaner that looked dusty but new. And so it was getting towards the end of the night and it hadn't come up. And so I grabbed Kat and I was like, Kat, could you put up the vacuum? And she was like, yeah, no problem. And then she looked at me and she said, but don't bid on it. And I'm like, oh my God, I knew she was going to gift me the vacuum. So she puts the vacuum up and I don't bid on it. And she gifted me the vacuum. And thank you, Kat, because she doesn't get this for free. She, you know, she has to pay. And so let me show you the vacuum that I got. And you guys, I went online this morning to see how much it would cost new, because if this thing was used once or twice, it was used a lot. This vacuum new on Amazon was $68. I got it for free. It's a Bissell Power Force Helix. Okay? Look at this, you guys. It is like brand new. Okay? Gorgeous. And, of course, it goes all the way to, I can't show you. La la la. Okay? It's an upright. It has the tools, removable tools with the hose so you can use it. Right? It's bagless. So Kat was like, oh, I have the same one. So she's like, look, you just do it like this. So this comes out to empty, so you don't need any bags. And then this part comes out, and you can clean the filter. Hello. I'm so stoked. And there's also a filter down here that is supposedly washable. And I just ordered a replacement filter for this, and it was $13 on Amazon. So, I mean, this is like brand new anyway, but I ordered a replacement filter. And so for $13, really, it was free, I have a brand new, freaking amazing vacuum. And I am stoked. So this does not suck. And I am really, really super blessed. And you guys know how blessed I am. I love you guys. Listen, this girl's going to get to work with my ribs and my thumb and my one leg. You're gonna, oh my God, what kind of shape? You know the band song, The Shape I'm In? Give me a thumbs up if you know that song. I'll post it on my Facebook right now. I'm in good shape. I'm in great shape. And I love you guys. I get in better shape every day. I feel amazing. Still juicing, still vegan, still loving it. I'll talk more about that another time too. So I'm going to get to work, you guys. I'm purging art supplies today. And I don't know how long it's going to take, but that's what my plans are. And then when I'm done, I'm going to do a little vacuuming. So Dusty Throat is signing off for now. And I love you guys. Blessed be. I'll talk to you really soon. Take care. I love you guys. Bye-bye.